Hey guys, how are ya? Happy Monday. I hope you had a great weekend and you were able to get a lot of stitching done. I got zero stitching done. I did some unstitching, but not a lot of stitching. And Princess, I know she was back there, but now she's in my bin that I had put mail in because I ordered a lot of stuff and I had to use the bin, so I was going to throw stuff back in the bin, but now, cat in a box. What are you doing? You're in the way. Anyway, hello, welcome to everybody who is joining us today. Welcome to all my newbies. Welcome to all my old bees. Welcome to everybody. This is probably going to be the last one for a while. I'm starting Tech Week next week, so next Monday I have to be in Salt Lake, so no video next week for sure. I don't know how long we'll be doing no video. We'll see. Anyway, with that, let's get on to the progress report, or the unstitching report as it might be this week. So I have been working on Santa's Village at work, and as you can see, it's not very far along from where I was last week. What happened was I forgot out this little bar right here of 3 stitches. And then I went ahead and stitched all this other stuff. So I was working on these little holly berries, put this one in, realized that this was way too close, had to look at it again, figured out my mistake, and so then it was time for the unstitching. And that was kind of at the end of the week. I had put in some random bits of the house, as you can see. So now that this is stitched in, everybody's back in the correct position, I'm ready to go forward, so this will go back to work with me and we'll start chugging right along with it. I'm working on, I think it's the Christmas tree lot is what this is. So Christmas tree farm, not lot, farm. Something, doesn't really matter. Anyway, I'm stitching over 2/2 with the called for DMCs and whatever random specialty floss, over-dyed floss that they happen to call for, since each pattern calls for 1 or 2 different flosses. Cat, I can't drop all my stuff in the box on top of you. You're in the way. Is that not a cat's ground state of being? Woohoo! I just knocked over my drink. Thank heavens it had a lid on it. We'll put that there. We're going to pause, get loaded for the stashquisitions, and come right back. Well, I knocked over my juice, which is, we're having a Sprite and cherry lime today, so it's sort of a cherry limeade with a Sprite base. Anyway, so I knocked it over. Thank heavens it had a lid on, so it only leaked a couple of drops. Easy to clean up. Enough to scare Princess. She has hid herself away from here. So we're going to do stashquisitions. Did I already say stashquisitions? Who knows? Who knows? I filmed a clip on Saturday when I got stuff in the mail, so insert clip here. Alright, you guys, it's stuff. Alright, you guys. Today, it's stuff and nonsense, but mostly stuff. I had to bring in my mail. Look, I have these little collapsible totes. Anyway, I had to bring in, the mail today in my collapsible tote because there was so much stuff because, let's face it, I broke. Last Friday, I went nuts. Wandered around Etsy, ordered anything that said pansy on it, and then the rest of the week it's just been one thing after another, you know. Oh, well, I already spent X and such a money this way, then we may as well spend $2 more. It's not a big deal. I've got to stop, you guys. Well, I suppose I could just, you know, use all the money my parents gave me for Christmas instead of paying for the car, pay for all this stuff, but the car would be smarter, but the Christmas gifts of stitchy stuff and yarny stuff would pay off the credit card, and then I've got to stop. I have got to stop. I'm just nuts. Nuts. Anyway, so 1, 2, 3 stitch. Order numero uno. You know it's all Lizzie Kate stuff because that's what I have been after. Here is my packing sheet. I will go through and check things off of that later. Hello, Princess. Nice of you to join us. Alright. it's Lizzie Kate stuff. It's so much Lizzie Kate stuff. So I have the button for Love My Dog. I have the button for A Good Night. So those are our buttony things. Okay, so Lizzie Kate's. And to all a good night. Here comes Santa Claus. We love Santa. Just be Claus. Work hard, pray long, trust God. I know, Princess. The things we love tell us who we are. Let's see. I got 3 of the 4 of the less is more. So we have, what is this? Fear less, hope more. Talk less, say more. See more. Feed me, see more. Hate less, love more. Okay, and then I picked up some of the Tiny Tidings. So this is Tiny Tidings 12. Yep. Tiny Tidings 10, 14. We have Welcome All Seasons. We have the Halloween Sampler. We've got Sampling Christmas. I might have this one. It's possible. And Love My Dog, which is the button that we showed you at the very, very top of the unbox, the Lizzie Kate craziness stuff. And then since this one was on sale, I threw in Gingerbread Country Cottage, or Little House Needleworks. Because it was on sale and it was on my wish list, and it's been on my wish list a while. So one of these things is not like the others. So that was the first order from Lizzie Kate. And then I tell you what, it was like, I swear, the very next day, some of the stuff that they didn't have in stock when I pushed the first order was now in stock. So here is the second order from 123 Stitch from over the week. Shipping thing aside so I can check stuff off. Cardboard, cat toy. Alright, here we go. Let's see, this is buttons for Here Comes Santa Claus 05 and one of the other ones that I bought yesterday and just barely showed you. So those will go there. The Wine Less, Breathe More was now in stock where it wasn't in stock yesterday, so that got to come home. Let Freedom Ring. Live Well, Laugh Often, Love Deeply, which is one of her now and laters, so she's redesigned the thingy. And then Busy as a Bee, My Needle and Me. So that is 123 Stitch. But that's not all, folks. Down Sunshine Lane. Hey, get it. Alright, so of course it's more Lizzie Kate because I'm nuts. Nuts. Alright, this is one of the boxers. Don't cry because it's over. Smile because it happened. No act of kindness, no matter how small, is ever wasted. Not all of us can do great things, but we can do small things with great love. Like that. Love is best when you give it away. Follow your heart wherever it leads you. Noel Snippet. Hooray for the USA. Wear a smile, one size fits all. Collect moments, not things. I have just gone through a crazy session of all the things. The house rules. At our house, we do all these things. It is a kit. Let's see. No, what's that word I'm looking for? linen, but I'm sure I can dig some of that up in this box of linen I've got, in one of the 2 boxes of stuff I've got. Seasons, a bunch of Darling Smalls, the Autumn Alphabet, the Summer Alphabet, my to-do list for today, and Winter Crazy. I wonder if there's a summer, spring, and fall crazy. I haven't seen them. Do you guys know? Are you willing to share? I can trade around, you guys. I can trade around if you want to share. I'll loan you some of mine. You loan me yours. It'll be crazy pants, because apparently that's the only speed I operate at these days, is out and out crazy. So I need to inventory all of those to make sure, look, see, it's all that. Crazy pants. A lot of Lizzie Kate. A lot of Lizzie Kate. And I spend a lot of time entering all the Lizzie Kates into the X-Stitch app so I could kind of keep track of what I had and exactly what was what and what's going on. So, yay! There's that. Doing pretty good for that. So there is one more order I want to do, and that is definitely for the spring smalls, and I think I'm done. I think I am finally done. And I might pick stuff up randomly if I'm at Shepherd's Bush and I see something I like. I might pick stuff up, you know, at the Craft Center of Fine Arts. If I'm out on tour, I'll, you know, pick up random stuff as it's still available and in the shops. But I think I'm done hunting and searching for stuff. I have been thinking about picking up like one of the calendar series, either like the Flip It's with Charm, the Flip It blocks with the calendar blocks. There's the 20 years one that she did, which was 2 on a thing, but anyway, 1, 2, 3 Stitch has been out of either 1 or 2 of any of those series, so I'd rather wait until I can pick up the whole series instead of having to scramble. And so I'm not super stitchy as to doing the January, February, March, all those together, so I'm not hurting too much for not having them, so I'm okay. Anyway, things that have come in the mail since Saturday. Not a lot on the way of stitchy stuff. I happened to win the nativity from Priscilla and Chelsea, the Real Housewives of Cross Stitch, and so that arrived in the mail today. I was really surprised that I had won it. Okay, maybe not, because my luck has been terribly, terribly good. So I only enter if I would like it. So I don't ever enter every single contest that comes along. So if it's actually something that I would like, I do put my name in. And I lucked out and won this time around. So that was kind of awesome. Okay, into the mailbox it goes, and hopefully the cat will not pigeon. This month's box of buttons from Just Another Button Company has arrived. And here is the art card for the month. Very beautiful, as it always is. Lovely packaging, as it always is. And the theme is lemonade. And I just made a mess and dropped everything all over the place. Let go! Okay. So we have the smoothie packs, of course, in Lemon Drop and Ocean. Let me show you those colors. Lemon Drop and Ocean. You can definitely see the Lemon Drop is definitely lemonade-y. And here's our smoothie pack. Very fun. Very, very fun. And then our wonderful special buttons for the month, our handmade buttons. Lots of birds and lots of flowers, plus a couple of buttons that are not handmade. A little disappointed that they have included. Stop it, cat. Hey. Excuse me 1 minute. Come here, princess. Don't you want a cuddles? Do you want a cuddles and look at everybody? Yeah. That was definitely not what we expected to happen. She's okay. She's just mad at me now. It's going to be murder cat time. Yep. Gotta watch our backs for a while, guys. Anyway, buttons. More buttons. Murder cat. So there's that. She landed on her feet. She's fine. Puttering around Etsy, and I picked up one of these little buttony charm things, plus some more of these wonderful buttons. So snip off the shank on the back, and they might become needle minders. They might become not needle minders. They might simply go live in the bin of buttons for future crafting purposes. And then I was feeling a little arty, and so while pursuing Etsy, looking at all the pansy things, because it happens from time to time, I liked this watercolor a long time ago, and it was still available, and it just came today, and it's absolutely gorgeous. I love it, you guys. The colors are fantastic. Tip it so you can kind of see what's going on without too much glare, but it's a sunshiny room, there's going to be glare. Anyway, so I'm excited for that. Definitely going to hang that up in my room with all the other wonderful pansy things. So that, oh, and she sent along a thank you card for one of her this is Hopscotch Arts, is who this did on Etsy. And so she has a print for her card. Anyway, gorgeous. Love it. Pansies all the way. Woot woot. What do we do? Alright, so that is everything for, well, for cross stitch and unrelated stash acquisitions. I put all the yarn stuff in the yarn section. You'd think we're going to do yarn next. Nope, it's time for sewing silliness. This is just a short one, you guys. Just a short little bit of silliness. I had a set of these bags cut out for a long time, and I just needed to get my act together and sew them up. So I finally did. So these are kind of 3 of very similar project bags, all sort of Independence Day, hooray for the USA themed. So this one has, I think what was holding me up is I didn't have enough zippers of any one color, so I finally got over myself and just put in different zippers of all sorts. So there's one with the navy zipper, there's one with the light blue zipper, and then there's one with the white zipper. So I'll choose one of these for me, and then the other 2 will go in the proverbial bin of things that I want to do for a giveaway. I should really just stop saving everything up for a giveaway, and when I'm ready to go, just give them away one at a time. I would spread out postage and would be the intelligent thing to do. Are we always doing the intelligent thing? No, not at all. Crazy pants, which is why it's probably time for oh, yarn. Oh, yarn indeed. Anyway, so I was working away on my shawl, and I did something stupid and I couldn't figure out what it was that I'd done to undo it. And so that meant I had to wait until it was time to take a trip over to Mom's so she could rescue me with my craziness. So with the extra yarn I had from my first washcloth, I made a second washcloth. Yes, I know the ends aren't sewn in, but I don't have a darning needle. My mom has a darning needle, so I need to take this over there and borrow Mom's darning needle to sew in my ends. So there's that second washcloth. Now here's my first one. And as you can see, as I was doing the decreases, it's not quite as square. You can see where I kind of took more yarn to do the decreases, so it's kind of, it's shaped like a kite. Let's go fly a kite. Anyway, so out of curiosity, I laid one on top of the other to see how my knitting has progressed. And I'm proud to say that my gauge is about the same, but as you can see, I'm not pulling so much. It's not as crazy when I'm doing my knit 2 togethers when we do the decrease. So that's an improvement. That's a win. Super pleased with that. Super pleased with that. So, yay! Alright, let's look at Mr. Shawl. It's over here somewhere. Is this the front? There's my right side marker, so this must be the front. Okay, here we are. I have done, I don't know, what did I do? What did I show you guys last? I don't remember either. Anyway, I definitely got done with this mesh piece. This is repeat number 4. I think I was somewhere in repeat number 3. Anyway, so I did the 4th mesh repeat, the 4th garter stitch section, and I'm working on, I just barely did the first 2 rows of the, what is that called? Ribbing. There we are. Looks like this, only it's up here. So just started with this. So that's what I'm up to. And I found me a cute little pansy yarn charm. Love that. So I just put that on there and kind of move it along with me. Godzilla skein is looking a little bit smaller as we go along, so that's excellent. My IKEA bowl. My IKEA noodle bowl still serving as the yarn bowl / cat hair protector from when I have this on the sofa with me. So you saw I had a little, well, we'll start here. I don't know if you guys remembered 100 years ago when I bought this cute little Make Beautiful Things tin. So it has become the home of my stitch markers and my yarn charms. And along with that really cute pansy, it was a whole set. Let's see if I can fish these other ones out, which I really, really like a lot. If I needed more yarn charms, I would buy a whole nother set of these. But anyway, can you see how they're little drop flowers? Woohoo! Aren't they cute? Little glass flowers. Love them. Anyway, there's 3, plus the little pansy. So I'm really thinking about buying some more. I keep important things like my key in here and the stoppers in here. So that's that. That's wonderful. All in there. Make some noise. All right. Let's go with the first clip of the O Yarn Stash Acquisitions on the week. So here it is. Yarn acquisitions. So, you know, you can't, if you're just going to go crazy, you may as well go straight, out and out, over the board, crazy pants. And it was actually the yarn last Friday that not last Friday the 16th, it was last Friday the 9th. So last Friday the 9th kind of started this insanity, and here we go for it. So let's go with, we'll start with here. This is definitely something by the name of Pansy. It's written out all, isn't that cute? I believe this was a new shop. I took a gamble. I'll know once I open everything up. Packaged beautifully. I don't origami. It's probably my packing slip. Here we go. Yep, the quiet spot. This is who I thought. Okay. Couldn't come up with it off of my mind. Let's take the latte caramel, or latte candy. Put that aside. Oh, this is really soft and beautiful, you guys. Alright, so it's a beautiful soft lilac with some sort of spins to white over on this side with soft greens. And then over here you can kind of see there's a stitch of yellow and soft greens in here. Soft yarn. I think it's a 75 wool, 25 nylon sock yarn. Knit crochet. Yep. Strong sock. Oh, so that's that. And then included was this darling little stitch marker, progress marker thingy that says yarn. So I took a gamble on this shop. It was a brand new shop. She didn't have very many sales, but I had gone, I should hold it up high so you guys can see it while I'm turning it in my hands and checking it all out. Anyway, this is when I had gone crazy and decided to order everything under the sun with the name of Pansy in it. So that's Ready? Get it! It's kind of half-hearted, princess, but whatever. So that's beautiful. Looking forward to adding that onto my stash. Arrival number 2 of the Pansy Craziness. Also a shop on Etsy. Let's see if I can get it out of the plastic bag. There we go. This is from a shop, let's put this here, called Sheeping Around. Isn't that just hilarious? Don't you love that name? Sheep, 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 sheeping around. They had some beautiful, beautiful yarns. And so, of course, here is their version of Pansy. More blues, more yellows, a little bit of sploogey for the purples. This is a MCN, so merino. What do we got? 80% merino, 10% cashmere, 10% nylon. It's got the collar on. Can we slide the collar off? No, not really, but anyway, you kind of get the idea. This is a beautiful combination, a little bit out of the purples, but I'm sure it will knit up into something lovely. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Sheeping Around. I love that name. It's hilarious. I do love a good pun. Alright, so let's put the packing slip over here. Okay, and then the last thing is I didn't make it a week without visiting my favorite Miss Babs. I have to stop, you guys. I have to stop. Somebody else take the credit card. It's not going to do me any good because I have the number memorized. Yes, that's right. I have the 16-digit credit card number memorized. I can type that sucker in at the drop of a hat. Thank you. You are welcome. Let's see. We always get a little bit of a swatch me of a different sized yarn, random colors. So this is Kiara Heavy Fingering Weight yarn, 100% superwash merino wool in Atlantis. It's a big skein, 560 yards if you buy the full thing. So that's our swatchity-doo. Put that there, put this there, put this there. Yep. Okay. So in this package of yumminess, I got a little mini skein. It's a toes, and this is roller derby. And as you can see, it's the beautiful purple. I think these are 133 yards. It's like a third of a skein. Like I say, it's a mini skein. So the idea is you use this for either cuffs, heels, or toes. So that's why it's a toes. Gorgeous. Love that. Beautiful. And then I picked up 2 of these Harmony. They look just so beautiful. So light and springy. The light blue with the other blues. I know I usually don't do blue. I don't know. It needed to come home and live with me, so we have a little bit of Harmony in her Yummy 2-ply. And then over here, this is gorgeous, you guys. In the Caroline, let's see, Caroline is 70% wool, 20% cashmere, 10% nylon. There we go. This is, what is this? This is Confetti. So this is a light pink with the purple splodges and lots of texture and fun to it. So this will knit up really nice, I think. Maybe something lacy. I don't know. It was beautiful. It had to come home and live with me. I need to stop, but I know that there's 7 more skeins out there in the mail somewhere that haven't got to me yet. So, yeah! There's probably going to be more yarn exploits by the time I get to editing this all together. So, happy Friday, you guys. That is our yarn stash. I'll see you later. So then, since I've ordered so much yarn, and yarn is just trickling in here and there as we go along, from my crazy night of ordering anything and everything that was a pansy colorway, you know. Anyway, so while I was hunting things, because giant skein is kind of a pain in the butt to work with. It doesn't spin real well. It annoys me for some reason. So I thought, what I need is a Lazy Susan to just sit this thing on. And so then I found out that they have like little yarn caddies or yarn buddies that, you know, spin. So I went hunting for one of those, and this is the one that I bought. Really quite simple. It's sanded, really nice and smooth, so it is a wooden dowel in the base. So far it turns really well, so the idea is you put your cake on top of this and it spins and spins and spins and spins. They sent along some little feet, so it's, and then another yarn charm, because while I was in the same shop from the workshop of Steve Cox, anyway, so I found that at Wrap and Turn is the name of the Etsy store. There were a whole ton of these guys. I had a really hard choosing which one I wanted to go with, and I think I finally chose this one because I really liked the wood, the marbling on the wood. I know it's not called marbling. I like the marbling on the wood, and it was just pretty and a reasonable price, so that's why I went with this one. So Steve Cox does the woodworking and stuff, and his wife, whose name I am going to forget because that's how it goes, dyes yarn. And so they had some beautiful yarn in her shop. So this is sort of a fade set from the dark to the light, and I have ideas. I always have ideas. That's the problem. I have ideas. So this is the fingering weight yarn. It's a 75% merino, 25% nylon, 100 grams. This color, the really lightest of them, is a slight purple tinge to it. This is Mountain Laurel. This one, fingering as well. This is Bramble On, and it's a little bit darker with some splooges. I guess they're speckles. In the knitting world, I think they're called speckles. So that's that. Bramble On, and then the last one is a nice dark purple, and this is Baba Ganoush. I don't know why it's Baba Ganoush, but it is. Maybe because Baba Ganoush lived in a forest and forests are on mountains or something. I don't know. Cute. So anyway, I think this would make a really wonderful fade set, and, you know, put them together, fade a shawl, something like that. So that is O yarn. Lots and lots and lots of O yarn. So I need to take pictures of that and add that to my Ravelry stash of shame. Like my mom says, it's so much easier. You can buy yarn so very fast, and it takes forever to knit it up. So that's true. It's also true with cross stitch. Buy the pattern, buy the dream, right? Right. Okay, so that is O yarn, and I think that is finally everything that I have bought that has come in the mail. There is more stuff due in the mail that has not arrived quite yet, so more stuff coming to a mailbox near you. All right, let us move on to the next section, and let's say hello to some of our fabulous Floobies. We will start off with Fangirl Stitcher. She's not technically a new Flosstuber. She took like a 2-year hiatus, and so she comes back with an update and shows some of her whips. She's working on a fantastic Harry Potter piece, and a really fun one in Egyptian style with you know, Anubis, which is the dog god, and the cat, and I can't remember the cat god's name. I'm sorry. Anyway, it was gorgeous work, so go check her out. Sweetheart Stitchers. They show off their stitches. They start off with the Stitchers tag for an intro, and they show off some of their whips as well. They are Minnesotans. Go say hello to them. Sherry Z, or Zed's Threads. She starts us off with the Know Your Needleworker tag. She's working on several chatelaines. They're absolutely gorgeous. Several Hades. She's from Australia. Go and say hello. Susie Reno starts off her first Flosstube. She was the partner in crime with Teresa for Raise the Roof Designs. She shares some of her whips, lovely stitching history. One of the pieces that really caught my eye was called Sisters of the Broom. It's really a fun piece. Next up was Little Aussie Stitcher, not to be confused with Aussie Stitcher. So now we have Aussie Stitcher and Little Aussie Stitcher. We should probably have Big Aussie Stitcher and Medium Aussie Stitcher and Big Little Aussie Stitcher, and now we're just doing a joke on the wee free men. So she is a Haid Stitcher. She has returned to cross stitch after taking a break doing several years worth of quilting, and she shows off several of her whips. Next I met X Stitch Jen. She gives a short intro to herself, is a longtime stitcher, and she's located in Tennessee, so all you Tennesseeites, go adopt her. Stephanie in Stitches does the Know Your Needleworker tag. She loves horror movies and has lots of great whips and stitches. She's in Florida. Floridians, go say hello. Okay, everybody go say hello, but if they're in their state and I was smart enough to write it down, go adopt them. Next we have a cross-stitching Darlene, all spoons, no forks. She explains that in her first one. She's working on a really cute owl stitch. Starts off with the Know Your Needleworker tag, and is also working on Do Small Things with Great Love by Stony Creek, which is a beautiful, beautiful stitch. Next we meet Cross Stitch Antiques by Kathleen Littleton. This is a designer who is showing off her releases from Nashville, so she sort of shows her rooms and looks at the things that she has designed for Nashville, so it's lovely when another designer joins the fray, joins the group. The next stitcher I met was Stitchy Ray Stitch Away. Longtime stitcher. Shares off some of her whips, of course. Why else would we be doing this? She has some beautiful, beautiful work on Little House Needleworks, Lavender Hills, and is a needleminder lover. Next, I met Jen Lee, Quirks and Stitches. Know Your Needleworker tag to start us off with. She'll be traveling in May, so instead of doing Stitch Mania, she decided to do Stitch Madness in March. March Madness, Stitch Madness, get it? Get it? Anyway, she's got a great rotation of whips and plans, and it's really quite fun. Express Life Tifa starts us off with the Know Your Needleworker tag. Shares some of her past embroidery finishes and her stitching journey. She's got some fun whips going, and she's one of those who likes to change up the colors. Next, we meet Kawaii Stitcher. She does a very short intro. She's from upstate New York. She's a monogamous stitcher, so one thing at a time, and the thing she's working on is a darling little soda stitch chart. Let's be real, people. All soda stitch is cute. Okay. Next up, we meet Country Stitches. They are two friends from Lancaster. Leanne tells me how to say it properly. But anyway, Lancaster area of Pennsylvania. They share some of their history and their friendship and their whips and their travels and adventures. They're a lot of fun. Go over and get to know them. Let's see. Knit by Numbers. What did I write? Oh, she starts with the Know Your Needleworker tag. Okay, share some whips, including the new modern pattern with the geometric animals. So she's working on the geometric deer with the fun pops of colors, and she's working on a beautiful butterfly piece as well. Go check her out. Leah Noel shows off a few finishes and whips. She gives us a history of her stitching and shares a lot of fun plans. And then there is Amber Marie in Arizona. She is an Instagrammer who makes her first video. She's working on a lovely kit by Dimensions, which is, I think, 3 wools, Howling at the Moon. It's a beautiful, beautiful piece, and her video is really quite short. So those are our Floobies of the week. So go check them all out. Subscribe to the ones who really speak to your soul. Leave comments, say hello, do the things. Be hospitable. Go be the welcoming wagon. So we're down to the news and the randomness and all the other stuff. I made a list. So as I mentioned at the top of the show, Tech Week starts next week on Monday, the 26th. And so starts my week of crazy, crazy days. I'll be at my job for like 9 hours of the day. Then I spend an hour driving to Salt Lake. And I do another 5 to 6 hours in Salt Lake at the Playhouse while we do tech rehearsal. So it's going to be a long, tiring week. I will have no time for anything. So no crafting or anything is going to get done that week. Coming up this week is Crafty Stitchy Night with my BFFs. So I'm taking the pansy fabric that I cut too small and mutilated and made a mess of. I'm taking it over to her with, I was going to do it for the medium size pop-up, and so I think I can cut it down for the small size pop-up and that will work. So anyway, she's kind of a sewing genius, so I'm going to take it down to her and hopefully she can figure it out for me, rescue me, help me out. Help me, Rhonda, help me, Rhonda. Anyway, for my sewing disasters of 2 weeks ago? Yeah, 2 weeks ago. Then one of my other BFFs, you can have more BFFs than one. Is this true, ladies? This is true. Anyway, one of my other BFFs is headed to BYU, Idaho to pick up her girls from school. So they've been going to school up there for fall and winter semester, and she's going to pick them up and they're all going to turn around, drive right on back to Arkansas. Anyway, so I'm going to be headed up north in the next couple of weeks to see her, see my other friend. Gonna be fun. I'm kind of excited. It'll be nice. Can't get out of the theater though, so it's one of those where I took 2 vacation days from my job, but I can't take any vacation days from the theater job, so it's gonna be a run up, see everybody, and turn around and come back to the theater. Point number 4. Thank you, everybody, for all your encouragement on the bulletin board. I met with our Relief Society president, and she has 6 items of information that she definitely wants on the board, and she's going to send me that information every week. So that's perfect. All I have to do is format it and make it pretty. The bulletin board is not permanently attached to the wall, so I can bring it home and work on it during the week, which is going to be a blessing while I'm doing the play. I'll be able to bring it home and do the things. So next Sunday after Relief Society, I will pull it off the wall and bring it home. I love all of your suggestions. I'm definitely going to wander through the dollar store, see what they've got as far as, you know, April-y themes. Since Easter is the very first Sunday of the month, and we'll actually be having general conference, so nobody will be at church on Easter. I don't have to have it back until the 8th, so that's okay. So anyway, 6 pieces of information she wants me to give. I just decorated up. I could definitely use the critical eye of an artist in my everyday life just to kind of look at it and say, yeah, your composition's balanced. And turn the page, there's nothing more. So that is everything that we have got going on in the land of the crazy pants. Crazy pants, I'm telling you. Cool. Right. I get to make me some dinner. Yay, it's sunshiny out there. Can you not see it? It's getting great lighting behind me. Everybody who says that they have terrible lighting, I'd always tell them, turn and face the window when you record and it'll be a lot better. And do I do that? It's too hard. Anyway, I'm going to cook dinner. I'm going to edit all this together and throw it up on the interwebs so you guys can see all the crazy pants stuff. I hope you guys have a good stitching week. You get all the time to stitch the things that you want to do. I hope that pesky frog stays far, far away from you. He was visiting my house this week, so hopefully he kept the rest of you out of trouble since he was already here. Thank you, everybody who comes and comments and subscribes and likes and just, you know, generally hangs out in the community. I really appreciate y'all. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. Hugs and stitches, everybody. Bye.